I'm basically making this video for people like me who are, let's say, like not top of anything, no positions, never worked in an office, and you're like kind of scared to apply.
Welcome to my mukbang. Today I have pork chops with a fried egg and 2 egg rolls with fish sauce. Nothing too crazy because I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. Let's see if these egg rolls are still crunchy. I fried them like 2 hours ago. I love cold egg rolls. A good. It's about in the freezer section of the Asian grocery store. So today's mukbang is about how I got into optometry school. I used to watch a lot of these when I was applying 3 years ago. Back in 2017. I was a little nervous, earnest. 3 years ago, there wasn't a lot of videos. I don't know if there still is. I haven't watched them because I don't want to steal anyone's content if I watch it before I make this video. So, I'm a 3rd-year optometry student. I'm not going to say what college, but you can probably figure it out. Just because I don't know what I can and can't say, and I don't want to get in trouble. So, let me pull up my timeline. Okay. These are my specs. On the OAT at 330, AA, is that overall? Or all subjects? I forget. Total science is at 350. GPA was 3.38 and major was biology with a minor in chemistry. So extracurriculars, pre-professional society. So my school didn't have POPs. It was like everybody was in one society. So dental, physician assistant, med school was all one society. Then I was in American Chemical Society, ACS. But I think the official name is SACS. And then I was a biology peer mentor. So for biology classes, Pearson's A, I would tutor for like biology, like the first biology and stuff. But they call it peer mentor to make it sound less scary. Cause like, we're not teaching them just the material, we're teaching them how to be a good student. Stuff like that. Then I did organic chemistry research for 1 year. And I think we published. And then 27 hours of shadowing. So I never worked in an optometry office. Only shadow. I submitted my OPTOMcas application on August 18th, 2017. It was verified August 21st. 21st. And then I got my interview invitations to Houston.
UHCO on August 23rd. UAB called me on August 24th. So UAB called me. UHCO emailed me. And then San Antonio, UIW also emailed me on the 24th.
And 2 days after I submitted my 2 days after I was verified, I basically got my invitations. So applying early does really help out. Like if you apply early, it increases your chances by a lot. And
I interviewed for UHCO on what month is 10? September? No. October. I interviewed October 2nd for University of Houston. And then they accepted me on October 4th. So they always interview on Monday. And they called me on Wednesday. Like 5 p.m. UAB I actually canceled my interview because it was after Houston. And Houston was my goal. So, canceled the interview. And then I did interview at UIW on September 22nd.
It was their first round of interviews, so they said, quote unquote, we were the cream of the crop. But you can tell by my OAT, I was not cream of the crop.
They accepted me, I interviewed on a Friday, and I sent my acceptance on Monday, on September 26th. And they gave me
a scholarship.
So, I didn't have any office position. I wasn't in POPs, and I didn't work in an office. And I would say I got in decently quick. I'm basically making this video for people like me who are, let's say, like, not top of anything, no positions, never worked in an office, and you're like kind of scared to apply. Still apply. Like, I took my OAT January of my 3rd year, and I applied my summer of my 3rd year. So I took my OAT, I made a 310, and I would have just kept it, but my physics was 290, and under 300 they say is like, you should retake it. So I did that. I spilled.
I finished my food and the video isn't even halfway done.
Yeah, so then I retook it, and that's when I got the 330. I retook it in July. But while I was preparing for my OAT, I was still getting my application together because for OPTOMcas, you have to type in a lot of stuff. You have to type in, like, for each extracurricular you did, like what you did and how it has impacted you, and every volunteer service you did, how many hours and stuff like that. So that takes a while. But my best piece of advice for application would be to apply early. But I think everybody says that. But you can see with my mediocre stats, my nose is leaking. With my mediocre stats, I still got an interview 2 days after pressing submit. For shadowing, I would recommend 3 different doctors and spice it up. Like, do 1 commercial / corporate, like ABC, America's Best, and do 1 private practice, and then do 1 specialty. So like maybe a glaucoma specialist or a retina specialist or someone who specializes in contacts. Just so you can see where you would like to practice. Like, even though you like barely know anything about optometry, they want to know that you know about your field, kind of thing. Excuse me. So this is some Smart Food sour cream and onion popcorn. Or was I?
Apply early, yeah. Oh, shadowing. Yeah, so I shadowed at 3 places.
I shadowed at a glaucoma specialist, a private practice in Walmart, which is still kind of corporate, but they own the lease kind of thing. So Walmart doesn't tell them what to do. And then a Costco. I guess they're both kind of like Walmart doesn't tell you what to do. Costco doesn't tell you what to do because you don't sell glasses at those places. You just give eye exams and I think you sell contacts. But it's not like America's Best, right? America's Best means you see like 1 patient in 7 minutes. Or it's like at Walmart and Costco, you still run your office. But yeah. What else did I do? For study material, I used Kaplan. But I didn't study much for my OAT. I think I studied 3 weeks in advance for both of them. And then another wasn't hardcore study because I felt confident that I learned the material in school. So I would just honestly, the best thing for me was just taking my practice test and just seeing what I got wrong, and then going back into the Kaplan book and seeing what I got wrong. But my second time I took it, I was talking to these other people applying, they're scaring me about their really high OATs or whatever. So I ended up buying the OAT Destroyer, and that book is really hard, but it's really good because the questions are harder than the test. And so I did a lot of the biology, and then I actually got a 400, which is perfect on the biology. My sister's home. Hi, Alex. Your cat's outside. She's in the front door.
Okay.
She keeps screaming. You can be very chill about applying to optometry school, I feel like. From my experience, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Because it's been 3 years since I applied. The main takeaways from this video, I would say, apply early. Don't stress about the OAT. And don't stress about applying. And you really don't have to work in a clinic. Unless you really want to. Like if you don't know if you want to do optometry or not, work at a clinic. Because you get paid for something that you would have done anyways. But I wanted to like play a lot. So I didn't really want to have a job. And I didn't need a job because my parents paid for my college. So I'm privileged in that aspect. But like, even now, me and a couple of my friends have never worked in an optometry office. And we barely shadow, and we did find an optometry school. Like, clinic is decent. We just don't know how to work stuff like autorefractors and NCTs. But you can learn that real quick. And then Zomer, I don't know what the Zomer, but they teach you everything in school. It's not like they expect everyone to work at a practice. So they treat everyone at ground zero. And the people who know everything, they just get to chill. But the professors are not going to leave you behind. And then for interview, they honestly just want to make sure you're not crazy. If you get sent an interview, it's because they kind of already want to accept you. And this is just the icing on the cake. For UIW, their interview was only like 30 minutes. And they haven't read the person that interviews you is assigned that day. And they haven't read your personal statements in 30 minutes before. And it was very chill. He was just like going over my personal statement with me and why I said this, why I said that, or I like this part, I like that part. And we talked about his cats. We talked about San Antonio food. We didn't really talk much about optometry. I don't think. Because like, if you write a good, decent personal statement, they have everything they want to know about you, I feel like. For Houston, they break you up into groups, I think. So my total group interviewing week was 12, but we broke us up into a group of 4. And you wait in line to go to your interview. And I was the last one out of 4. And like the first person who went took 45 minutes. Next person took 30. Next person took 30. And then it was my turn. And they were running low on time. And they only gave me a 15-minute interview. And me freaking out because I was like, damn, it's just a short interview. They don't like me. This and that. And then I got the call that I got in. And then I actually met one of the professors that interviewed me. I was like, why was my interview so short? And she was like, if it's short, it's good because they know they heard everything they want to hear, and I don't need to like draw it out. I know someone who interviewed with me. Their OAT was like 290, but they applied early, and so that's why I would say apply early, even if your OAT is low. Right now, if I were you, since it's like COVID and everything, I would just apply everywhere because you can just interview from home. I think that's what the med schools are doing. I don't know what the optometry schools are doing. Yeah, interview is chill. They normally always ask like, why did you choose this school? So research the school. They always ask why optometry, even though it's in your personal statement. They ask you right when it goes in for, right when you go into interview for icebreaker, and then they ask in the interview. But I usually in the interview you just cut it short. Like you don't need to say your life story. Just like 3 good highlighted points about why you like optometry. It doesn't have to be mind blowing. Not everyone loves eyes. You can like the lifestyle. You can like glasses. Glasses are fun. I honestly like glasses. Or a lot of people, it's like they're -6, -12, and they've always gone to optometrists. Just be honest, because they can tell when you're faking it. They always ask, if you do research, you have to explain your research. They asked me what my research was, and I honestly didn't know what my research was because it's chemistry research. And you just kind of like follow the lab thing. Like, put this 500 milligrams of this, 600 milligrams of that. But I just made up something on the spot. So it's like a brief but terrible summary. They ask you how you study. Because they want to know that you're going to make it through school. Like, you're smart and everything, but undergrad's nothing like optometry school. Like, optometry school is like, they make you do so much work. You have to have good time management. Basic questions like that. Just go and chill. But yeah, that's how I got to optometry. I basically just went to school, did a couple of volunteer stuff, so you should volunteer, took my OAT, made a decent score. I would say if you have 300 and above, just apply early. And shadow. This video was way more informative in my head, but now that I said everything, it didn't sound that informative. So I'm sorry if this video wasn't helpful to you. You can leave comments down below because I'm about to be on summer break and I'll reply. I think application is soon, or it's right now. But you have until like March. One of my closest friends in optometry school, she didn't apply until like March. And she had like the last interview and she still got in, so. And she said she did okay in undergrad. And I think she took the OAT like after a couple weeks of studying, maybe even shorter. A lot of my classmates just winged it and they got it. So don't stress too much. It's okay to not have top scores and top OAT. Just know what you're talking about. Genuinely like optometry and apply. And worst comes to worst, you can reapply. A couple of my classmates, they reapplied and they got it. It's fine. I might make a video about things I learned in optometry school about myself, about school, or like things I wish I knew. If you're interested, let me know. That's it for my video. Peace. Oh, it's Ali's birthday. Happy birthday to my sister. You said thank you? Yeah. She said thanks, guys. Wish her happy birthday in the comments down below. It's too late to just stop recording.